Hello everybody, welcome to Math Everywhere, every day, week at the Early Learning Center. I'm Miss Michelle and I hope you all got a bag in your math kit that we sent you and a lot of other fun things that we're going to use this week and that you can practice math at your house. But we thought it would be fun if we did the activity as well because we like to collect collections. I have many collections and you'll learn that about me through these videos probably. I have a lot of stuff at my house, so it was going to be really easy for me to get a collection. So the guidelines were take your bag, it's a very small bag, but I'm sure that you can find things in your house that will fit in your small bag, and then we're going to put them together and we're going to ask some questions and do some sorting and counting and noticing from our collection. So I went around and I collected, I had a goal, I was going to collect 20 things. And I have to tell you, it was a little bit hard to fit 20 things in this teeny tiny bag, but I did. So I am going to go ahead and take a moment and just put all my things that I collected from my house. I promise I didn't go buy anything, and you shouldn't either. This should just be things that you gather around your house. So I got all this stuff, and I did fit it all in that little teeny bag. These are things from my house. And what you're going to do is you're just going to look at the things that you collected. Sometimes we call them a collection. Sometimes we call it loose parts because it's just a bunch of different things. And then as we observe these things, we're going to notice and ask the question, how are these things the same and how might they be different? And once we kind of start organizing them in our mind and making some rules, you might find we have some groups or some sets. So I'm looking at all this stuff I gathered, and the first thing I see, I'm noticing, and I happen to have a black circle. I'm going to use the circles to help me organize my thoughts and my sets. So I have 1, 2, I have 3, I have 4. I think I can fit them on 4. If I can't fit them on 4, I have an extra one. So I'm going to try to fit my sets into 4 groups. Let me see. So this one right away comes to mind. There's some things. I'm going to put them over here. Do you want to talk about some of my things that I found? Do you know what this is? My son likes to play video games, so this is an old video controller. And these are my glasses. As I put them down and talk about them, I wonder if you'll notice the attribute or the way that they might be the same. Attributes are a characteristic or something that is information about something you're looking at. So all these things that I'm picking up, do you know what this is? I thought this was interesting. This is our new meat thermometer because we have been cooking on our barbecue, and it happens to fit in my collection. So I've organized all of these on this one black circle. And then I'm noticing as I look at these other items in my loose part sort here. Oh, okay, I see some things that look the same about some of these things. This one could go in either that group that I'm thinking of or that group, but I'm going to put it in this group, okay? Oh, this one goes over here. And remember, as you're organizing, what you're doing is you're asking questions and you're forming ideas about what the rule is for why an item is in that group. And these are all really just good math practices for your brain. I think this one goes over here. And then, oh yeah, okay. I think I have my sets. Now we're going to talk about how I made my sets and what my rule was. And remember, you get to decide what your rule is and what your set is because you're the one that sees the attribute and you get to decide as you're describing your sets. It doesn't have to make it sense to other people because it's how you saw and how you observed your items. So what do you notice about all of these things that I put on this circle? This one was probably the easiest one. Can you think of what my rule might have been? Yes, they are all the same color. All the things in this set are black. And then I noticed actually as I had them all together, I was like, wait a minute, there's another way that they could be the same. Watch. They all happen to probably be made out of plastic. So these are all black and plastic. That could be the rule about this group. What about this group or this set? What could we say about these? How are they alike? Whoops. Can you see them all, what I picked? So, you can tell this is a piece of wood. And you can tell this is a piece of wood. And then, yes, I found other things that are made from wood. This is my letter M. It's a magnet for my fridge. This is a golf tee I found. I live near a golf course, and on a walk I found it, and of course I picked it up and brought it home because I'm a collector. And this is a really cool thing. You've probably seen it at school, and maybe you use it at your house too. It's used for putting clothes on the line to dry outside. That's its original invention reason, but a tool for hanging up your clothes. We use it as a tool for picking up things at school. And you should have some of these in your math kit. We sent you some of those, and if you look closely and you touch it and you notice the texture, you'll notice all of them were made out of wood. So that's my other rule, things that are made from wood. This was the one that was kind of tricky. Can you see them? So right away I like colorful things. So I thought, well, they could just be colorful. But I made it a little bit more. I said, well, how are they really all the same? And I noticed this one had red and yellow. This one had red and yellow. This one has red and yellow. And this little doggy purse has red and yellow. That is the rule. This group I organized by the rule that they are red and yellow. I have one more group. Do you think I have 20 things? We're going to count at the end to find out. So, I don't know. Can you see my group? If you guys were in my class last year, you know this is from the class. Ooh, and it makes a sound. Do anything else make a sound? I wonder if I could make a rule about things that make a sound. I might have to put them back together in the group and try it out. This particular group, though, was organized in the rule that everything is shiny. That's what I called it. Or you could say silver. Ooh, they're all silver too. So they could be silver or they could be shiny. Maybe you see something different. Do you know what this is called? Fingernail clippers. Do you have those at your house? This is just a bottle cap of my favorite fizzy drink and a shiny quarter. And this is what we use to keep our gates closed at school. Probably put it in my pocket and I took it home. That's more than likely what happened. So those things are shiny. So I have I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different groups. Now I bet if you wanted to, you probably could put them all back together and open sort them again, and you could even come up with more rules. Remember, you get to decide what the rule is when you're sorting. I told you that we would count, and I can't believe I fit all that stuff in that little teeny tiny bag. But let's see if I actually do have 20. Can you count with me? Now when I count, I don't want to get confused, and it's easy to get confused when you're counting a big number like 20. So I like to make sure I just place them down and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, do you think we have 20? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I fit 21 items, loose parts, in my teeny tiny bag, and I had fun sorting them. I hope you have fun sorting and looking at the things that you put in your collection bag. And please do bring them to Zoom so we can talk about what you found at your house. Thanks for joining. Have fun doing Math Week.